What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Manny Singh Fitness, and today I call it my touch-up day. So I'm gonna do a little bit of chest and a little bit of back, a little bit of shoulders, and that would be it. But we're gonna focus on, so we've already done bench and all the compound exercises before. So today's gonna be more machine work, a little bit more of control work, more muscle contraction, more volume. So we're gonna go ahead and start with doing an incline press. Now, if your gym has one, that's great. If you don't, you can always go ahead and substitute it with incline dumbbell press if you would like. But if you really have these hammer strength exercises, we're gonna go ahead and start off with this. And what this is going to do is basically, whenever you're doing machines, you don't want to go too heavy to where you're moving away from the movement, or you're taking the movement away from the lift, right? You're just now focused on just hitting that, that rep, but there's really no control. And if you don't really have any control, there's no reason to do any of these machines. Now, if we were benching or something and you gotta finish it, that's completely different. But when it comes to these machines, they're literally built so that way you can learn how to control the weight, and then you can efficiently go ahead and utilize that muscle. So we're gonna go ahead and start that with these isolateral incline press machines, and then we'll go on from there. A little tip. Often you'll see a lot of people press with their shoulder rather than the chest. Meaning, a lot of these times, you'll have these people throw on 4 plates or whatever they would want to do, and they would just kind of push, right? They would just push. But if you're actually trying to hit the upper chest, you're not supposed to press over. You're supposed to press from the bottom. Because then, when you're going from the bottom and you're pushing up, that motion is going to go ahead and contract your upper chest. And it's also just a good exercise. Honestly, you're gonna feel your entire chest. You can't necessarily break it down like, precisely how you want it to be, but that's a good thing. You want to be able to keep your chest pretty much even. You want to be able to contract your entire chest. Now, so what you're gonna try to do is not just with these, but anytime you're benching, anytime you're doing, whether it's dumbbell press or barbell press, you want to keep your elbows right here. So whenever you're pressing, you don't want to put them out to where you're using your shoulders. You're gonna go ahead and press up with your elbows while keeping your chest locked right here. And when you press, you'll see that you're actually hitting more chest rather than your shoulders, where, and myself included, when I used to press with my shoulders, that's actually how I got, like 3 to 4 shoulder injuries in my past. So lessons I've learned that hopefully you guys don't have to learn as bad as I did. So let's go ahead and continue. I think that was probably my first set. We're doing these for 12 to 20 reps. Chest isn't my strongest asset. I'm working as hard as I can, but I also know I have limitations. I can't press 3 plates like everyone, so I think I'll probably max that at 2 plates for 12 reps. I want to do more. Obviously, do as many as you can between 12 to 20, and just keep pushing. Now that we are done with pressing exercise, we're gonna go ahead and move on to doing flies. And these are just regular chest flies. And we're gonna go ahead and do 3 sets of these for 15 to 25 reps. You don't need to go insanely heavy like how some people like to push it that much. But really, you just want to make sure you're feeling your fibers, you're feeling your muscle on each rep, rather than really just trying to push that rep. You want to be able to control that rep. So now we're gonna go ahead and do that, And then after that, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of back. That we are done with the chest movements, we're gonna go ahead and do 2 back movements. So one of them is gonna be a single arm lat pull down, and I'll show you the variation I kind of do is to really isolate the lat and to really focus on that. A lot of times I made a mistake too where I thought I was pulling weight, but you know, sometimes my rear delt would get inflamed, or you know, it would start getting the pump when I'm not really trying to target the rear delt. So I'll show you the variation I hit and how I do it, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and do some pulls, you know, some rows with the cables, and then after that we'll go ahead and do 1 set of the lateral raises with the machine, and then we'll go ahead and end it. Here is I'm putting my back against to, you know, the leg holder part of the. Okay, so for this movement, what I'm trying to do is when the cable is going back up, I'm letting it extend my lat as far as I can, and then when I'm pulling it down, I'm not pulling it down with my arm or with my grip, I'm pulling it down with my elbows. Okay? That is my point of focus, because I know if I'm pulling with my elbow, it's going to be working on my lat, right? Versus if you try to just pull it down, you're gonna get some bicep activation there. What you're trying to do with machines is you're really trying to isolate that muscle. So be smart about it. Choose the weight that you know you can feel, whatever muscle group you're trying to target with it, and then do it efficiently and for your desired rep range. So for me, you know, now with these, I'm just trying to do 10 to 12 on each side for 3 sets. Tired as hell, but the good news is we're down to the final exercise of the day, which are, as I mentioned before, machine lateral raise. My gym has a standing variation, which I like 10 times better than the seated one. I feel like I'm able to kind of feel my muscle a little bit more, and so go see what I'm doing. You kind of want to just, instead of throwing the weight around like that, you want to have your chest out a little bit, so that way you're standing straight. And then when you're gonna bring the machine up, or the dumbbells if you're doing it with dumbbells, when you're gonna bring the lateral raise up, you want to be able to really feel your side. You know, a lot of people make mistakes of doing a side lateral raise like this, where they end up doing their front delt a little bit more, which is probably why they overdevelop it. And so we're gonna go ahead and make sure to keep the pressure of the side delt. And to do that, every rep, I'm gonna make sure that I'm going up like this, rather than like this, where some people start pushing it. So, let's go. that concludes today's touch-up day, or you can actually call it a quote upper day. Besides the arms, we pretty much touched every upper body group, from your back to your chest to your shoulders. We'll do arms on a separate day since that's one of my weak areas. But since I'm doing it tomorrow, I didn't incorporate any arm movement today. But yeah, so I hope you guys can go ahead and try this workout, see how you feel, and leave some feedback. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want to learn, whether it's focusing on a specific exercise. If you don't know how to do something, maybe I can go ahead and create some tutorial videos for that to help you achieve the best you possible. Have a good one.